You've been asking for this, and we're really excited to share how to create an all seasons cottage that is perfect for all occasions. So today, join me and we're going to learn how to create this beautiful one-of-a-kind all seasons card with the Countryside Cottage collection. To get started creating your own countryside cottage, we're going to use this stamp, which has lots of different pieces that get die cut out. There's 9 of those. So what I did is I cut out the base that was not stamped. I stamped this image in Forget Me Not and die cut out the windows. So what we're going to do is just show a little bit of coloring techniques first. So for the base of the house, I used the Forget Me Not and I just did a little bit of a circular motion in the background to just get a little bit of color in there. Now, since this is an all seasons one, you can really customize it. Like this one, we did it in a very fall color theme. So lots of different ways, just depending on what season you're trying to accent. So once you're finished with kind of the base, to get the roof, I used sepia paired with some sunflower. So you can go back. I'm just going to use this as a test a little bit to see how much color I have on there. But you can go back and you can just add a little bit more brown into that roof. And you can add as much or as little color as you like to kind of get that finished color. So I kind of did that base of sunflower, and then I just go back and do some quick coloring to finish that off. I did the same thing with the chimney, which is going to be added to the top, so you can just do that circular motion. And if you wanted to do like a base of sunflower on that as well, you could. And then once those are colored, you're ready to assemble the house. Before we start assembling this house and the card, I like to add a little bit of shaping to the accent, so I thought I'd show you that real quickly. So if you have those accent pieces, just flip them stamp side down. You could add a little bit of shaping to the chimney, to the tree as well, just along those branches to make it look more realistic. So you don't have to spend a lot of time with this. The elements I stamped in olive, I stamped them in cactus flower, and used coordinating colors to create that spring theme. And we'll take a look at those stamps a little bit closer, but that's what I did to kind of start shaping those bases, and then you're ready to assemble the house and add it to your card. To glue this house together, I used the plain background sheet as my base, and we're just going to go ahead and glue this house on top. I like to use that white backer just as a guide to glue my windows in and to give my house that I'm layering on top a little bit of dimension to layer that. So you can go ahead and glue your chimney to the top. So this really gives kind of a multi-dimensional house if you're doing different colors. So you have this chimney in the front, and the die cut pieces within this cottage allow you to really create and stamp and die cut out these little pieces very quickly and easily. I did stamp the windows in the cactus flower, color them in with the sunflower as well. So it's really kind of like creating a little dollhouse, or this is a little bit cheaper than going to a realtor.com, and you get to design your own house color, and you can switch it out for any season pretty easily, which is really fun. Let's see, we'll just pop those windows in. Window installation is going very seamless today. So this is just a great way to create that very beautiful look very quickly and easily. It looks like I'm missing the one little window on the side, but we won't worry about that. You will get the gist of how that looks. Actually, I'm missing a couple windows on the side. So just make sure that you hang on to all those little pieces when you are putting them in. But then once you're ready to finish doing that, to create a scene, I folded a 5x7 card, cut the die cut oval with a large in the center with the beautiful Countryside Cottage paper. So all you'll have to do is start building your scene. I'm going to start by just using my hot glue gun to just glue this down so it adheres very quickly. If you're doing this at home, I would recommend you use your dry as clear glue so you have a little bit of time to reposition. Then I like to go back and add the tree. This tree is really beautiful. I love using this one for a spring tree. You can turn it into a fall tree. You can do lots of fun things with that. So you just continue to decorate that. If you're decorating this tree, there is within this, it's called cottage treescapes. You've got the tree, you've got different accents that are really beautiful for your spring tree. So with that one, you can just snip some of those pieces off. You can add a little birdie to the tree, and you can really transform that. This is the leaf that I'm using. You can cut that apart. You can go ahead and snip it apart with a scissors if you want, and you just fill in this leaf and that tree however you want, and you just continue to decorate it. Pop a little birdie in there. There's the cutest little birds in here, which really just pull it together. I'm just going to pop one up in the tree branch for you. But that is like the basics. So you'll just continue to build that scene. Like you see on here, you'll continue to add those birdies, add those flowers. Then you can add a little flower pot in the front, add a little bit of grass, add your glitter, and that card is completed. So with the Countryside Cottage collection, you have this as the main piece. We'll take a look at some of the fillers and the card samples. So again, this is a close-up look of the card we just did, but if you tweak that, you can also create this beautiful kind of like shaped stair-step card, which is a 5x7 card. I love how that turned out. With this one, you also have this just beautifully colored. You have the spring tree with the birds in their little nest. I love how that just comes together with those little accents. You've got little bushes. Let's take a look at some of the other accents. So you saw this one, which is the cottage treescapes, and you have those beautiful images with the coordinating die. With this one, there's also the cottage summerscapes. That's the one with the little birdies. It has the little flower pots, a mailbox, a stamped grass, and some other grass-scapes. So with this one, we also have like, with the paper, you can use the cottage in the background and then just accent it with trees and flower pots. So you really can go a couple different ways with this. Love how these summer spring leaves were just added across the top for this beautiful decorated cottage. As you can see, many different ways from bright to super subtle and more light. Within this collection, we also have the Countryside Autumnscapes. So you've got some pumpkins, some little sunflowers, some gourds, and some sunflower or some autumn leaves. And we also have the Countryside Winterscapes. So together, when you pair these with this cottage, you can make it all season. So here you've got your little snowdrifts, cardinals, little berry fillers, gifts, and your little Santa Claus or little snowman. So with the fall, let's take a look at the fall one. So the fall, here's another version. You saw this one just a little bit earlier. The beautiful landscape. Here's another one with the fall. Love how this one turned out with just a beautiful landscaping. So here it's just with the paper in the background with the bare tree and the pumpkin and gourds. Here's the paper as well, just with the sunflowers and just using some leafy accents on the top. So lots of fun ways to really just highlight that and just make it look so beautiful for all occasions. I love how this one just showcases a partial of the house, so you can use different aspects of it. Here's one with just the mailbox and the little wheelbarrow and sunflower. And then the winter, here's the one with the little snowman layered with presents. Here's one with a winter cottage. You can just hear the little Christmas carols come out of that house. It's kind of like over the river to the woods, to grandmother's house we go, right? And then here's another one just beautifully layered up. Here the snowman has a little pile of snow on top of his head. You could also pair this with the Black Friday Gateway dies and create a little flip-through book for all seasons if you wanted to do something fun like that. Or you could use some of the circular cards and really create a beautiful landscape with that. So many different ways. And then the paper collection, of course, you saw many different ways that has been used in the background. And it just beautifully coordinates with the cottage in all seasons. Using these tips and techniques paired with different seasons and colors, you'll be able to create those beautiful little countryside cottages that you, your friends, and family will love. If you don't have this collection yet, make sure to get yours ordered right away in the links below. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to get subscribed today so you don't miss out on my next video. We'll see you next time. Bye!